Surprise! So this
Surprise
is the
comeback.
second game of the last match of the night. First match was taken pretty handily by the Beer Warriors over Homewreckers.
Now let's see if the Homewreckers can gain a win this time after seeing how the Beer Warriors operate.
The Beer Warriors are taking a Cicada, a Jägermech, trying to remember that beginning of round screen, but I can't seem to. This is the second Flame that we're seeing for the day, and a Catapult K2.
Yeah, Icarus likes his flame. I think that was Icarus.
Yes, it was. Icarus does love his flame, and Red Sail loves his K2.
Yeah. And so yeah, I just talked to the Homewreckers a little bit. They BMR 1580. He's been playing since closed beta or early open beta, and then the other guys Evolved just started in January and February. So this is a very new team. And Army really wants to shoot me.
Here we go.
Alright, so Car Bomb's in his Cicada 3M again with 4 medium pulses, and they are rushing into the city. Bravo.
Given
3.
a quick brush through our Beer Warrior team, it seems they haven't changed any builds at all.
Two teams are going right at each other. So
Yeah, they are.
Oh, right off the bat, not even
not waiting.
Yeah,
around
this is
time.
very, very different from last match.
Ooh,
and it
Red
seems
Sail
that
got a AC-40 hit to the left leg.
it seems that they haven't that the Homewreckers actually haven't changed any builds either. The Ember, the Blackjack, the Banshee, and the AC-40 Jaeger all making a reappearance. So this is just the same match again. So this will be interesting
with
to see.
a little bit different strategy.
Approach,
now the Beer Warriors, they are all falling back.
They seem to be wanting to play defensive.
Well, with triple AC5 Banshee bearing down on you, you don't want to be in front of it. Same with an AC40 Jaeger.
They are hurting quite bad right now.
Big Shade's almost lost his right arm.
He's almost lost an arm.
And I see the Embers already jumping in against the Cicada off to the left right there.
They're out for revenge.
Oh, Red Sail almost has his head blown off. It's critted and open.
I don't think I've ever seen that with a Cicada.
I've definitely gotten headshot in a Cicada before. I love my Cicadas. Red Sail is pushing around Charlie 3 all by himself.
And he's cornered by an AC-20 Blackjack, an AC-40 Jaeger, the Ember. They're all ripping Ace down.
Red Sail overextended that one.
And already this is looking very different from last game.
Yeah. Icarus is finally able to get some good shots off with his Gauss rifle. The Banshee loses an arm.
Oh, Big Shade's lost his right arm.
Big Shade drops the Banshee.
Actually, that might have been some friendly fire from Icarus. It seems that his ER large lasers might have taken off the arm of that Jaeger.
And
Spectating does have a little bit of a lag.
I've noticed that as well. Oh, there goes Big Shades. He made the fatal error of overheating in front of an AC-40
for
mech.
the Beer Warriors.
Carbon has killed Xiphoid.
Icarus is open in the CT and lost his left arm, lost his Gauss rifle.
And he's down.
Icarus goes down.
And that's game! Very different from the first matchup.
Yeah, they definitely turned it around and weren't going to allow the Beer Warriors to take their positions and play the match how they wanted. And it worked well for them.
They, Red Sail's Fatal Flaw was pushing ahead without his team. Just like the Ember's Fatal Flaw was pushing ahead without his team.
Yeah, exactly.
I will admit I do that as well.
F12, get that end of match screen.
10 minutes starting at 21:28.
So it is 7:28. So 7:38 is when the next match will begin.
User left your channel.
I wonder if they're going to switch play with builds at all, or if they're just going to stick with it.
It'll certainly be interesting to see. Because those were the same builds by the same pilots in the same map, going two completely different ways.
They could have won that still, however. I think it was Big Shades in his Cicada. He probably could have killed the AC-40 Jaeger had he popped his coolant shot and let off an alpha, but he didn't, and he got critted in his other torso. It was very close.
And the winner of this match will go on to fight the 1st Grunwald Iron Fist Regiment, who won earlier today against the Fancy Men. So I suppose Beer Warriors sort of want to take revenge, because Beer Warriors and Fancy Men are quite close friends.
Yep. We will see. We will see indeed. I'm also looking forward to the match between Team Jackie Chan and Here Because Beer. And I don't know anything about Team Jackie Chan.
Neither do I. I'm a bit worried.
But the tonnage for the second round is for up from
270. My
to 280,
goodness.
And
Yeah,
it's on a hotter map.
the round 2 is
But it's on a
higher
hotter
tonnage
map.
and a different map.
What is it? Terra Therma?
Terra Therma or
No, it's gonna be
It's
Caustic.
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 Ah,
Yeah.
Which is a good map,
That should be
but
interesting.
it'll
Yeah.
be interesting. Team Jackie Chan is C-San, Six Bucks, Blottoms, Doc Johnson, and Back Bacon as backup.
I recognize none of these names. No offense to them. It's a big world out there.
And it's just a little bit of an awesome thing that we can have people we don't recognize one bit showing up. At least we've got a decent size community that we're not running into everybody.
Yeah, that's always good to see. Especially a decent sized community that shows up for tournaments and does well.
Yeah.
Yes. I was
Yeah,
actually
not
running
been-
with
The
a
closest we've
YouTube
had
personality.
to a real stomp has turned right around and gone the other way the next match. So
Yep. In the I don't know what to appropriately call it, elo hell, I guess. When I'm pug dropping, I tend to see the same faces every third or fourth match, but today I was dropping with the YouTube personality I used to watch as a kid, and
That's pretty
whole
cool.
different faces, whole set of different faces.
What
Different
YouTube
skill level and
personality?
everything. It was Battle Bunny. I don't know if you heard of him.
Nah, I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he's got a low number of subs, but I watched he has a MechWarrior 4 playthrough, and I used to watch that as a kid.
That's pretty cool.
And I dropped for him for a bit. I tell you, man, from where my elo is to, no offense to him, but to where his elo is, it's totally different. Whole set of new faces as well, so that was refreshing.
well, where is the?
It's amazing how much the game changes from one elo bracket to the other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they've been talking about in the pro levels, they the AC2 is not overpowered, but in the lower elo brackets, the AC2 just drills people because a lot of people don't know about
Torso twisting.
roll damage and that kind of thing.
Yep. I just slap it on and pray for the best.
Yeah, you see a lot more variability in the builds of the lower elos. People don't know what weapons suck and which ones don't.
I gotta say, I miss my quad AC2 Daka Jaeger, where you just...
Those were the days.
Oh man, no ghost heat.
I was actually just thinking it'd be neat to try and throw a bunch of UAC2s on a direwolf and just have
It's not.
Just go to town.
It's not.
Don't.
Well,
I tried
UACs, you can't hold down the button and it repeats. You actually have to click the button
I
again.
tried a quadruple UAC5 and 2 UAC2 direwolf build. I mean, while it's good to have the Daka, I mean, I'm not putting out that much damage.
Yeah, if you could carry a bunch of UAC2s and then some energy or something like that as backup.
I did in the test server. I did 4 UAC2s and 2 Gauss rifles. And
Wow.
I think a couple large lasers. You need a lot of face time for that build. The Gauss helps, but it's...
Yeah. I have a
All
funny...
right, everybody's ready.
Oh.
Yep, everyone is ready.
Here goes. The match to decide it all.
So, this is round 1, match 5, game 3. This is the final match, ties notwithstanding, between Homewreckers and the Super Smash Brotherhood of Randis.
And so far,
That's
every match in round 1, correct me if I'm wrong, it's almost been a tie every match, right?
Yeah,
It's
all
been
but one.
close.
All but one.
All but one. What was it, Grenwald? Or...
It would be 1.
All but the Commando Orgy House game
there you
went
go.
to 1-1. So, and Commando Orgy House is actually a team that signed up for the elite bracket, but there weren't enough entries there, so they Red Sail consolidated.
Min-max build.
Weapons online.
Yeah.
1 assault, 1 heavy, 1 medium. From what I saw, 1 light, and everyone was packing firepower.
They were restricted to unique class.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hasa, where is Hasa going?
Fuel at 25%.
Whoops.
Fuel
That's
at
wrong way.
0%.
You gonna make me suicide all by myself? You're not gonna drink the Kool-Aid?
No. Disoriented, sorry.
Fuel at 25%. Fuel at 0%.
Drink the
No,
Kool-Aid.
no,
you
come
know you
on,
want
damn
to.
it.
You cannot get out of bounds.
I must go, my people need
I'm
me.
warping.
8% out of bounds.
What?
Fuel
What
at
the?
0%.
I'm stuck on you, and I cannot go out of bounds.
Out
There
How
we
are you?
of bounds.
You're not near me. How are you stuck on me?
Oh, I was stuck on Army.
You had like, oh, okay.
Out
You had a 5-minute lead.
I cannot get out of bounds now.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Well, the Beer
There we
Warriors
go.
have already taken
knocked
to
me
the
out of bounds.
A3 corridor.
You knocked me inbounds.
Deja vu. It's like the first match all over again.
Yeah,
which,
looks like last
if
time
memory
I'm gonna-
served the Beer Warriors quite well.
Icarus now this time watching the rear instead of Big Shades.
Oh, don't worry,
pardon.
Big Shades is watching the rear as well.
So we've got some change up in Max. Carbon is in a trebuchet with SRM 12 plus 4, 16.
3 medium lasers.
And
Looks
3
like
medium
Riot's
lasers.
found them again.
Deja vu.
Yeah, he's been packing that UAV this entire time, but I haven't seen him use it. Guess he hasn't found an opportunity worthwhile.
I would perhaps. It seems that they want to go cave again, but who knows? They seem very cautious right now.
Well,
These teams are on the opposite side of the map right now from each
oh,
other.
we just got a ping over here in B2.
Ah, so they're on the alert now.
Riot is scouting, although he is very far removed from his team. They
The
don't
Beer
seem to be-
Warriors
Can you-
don't really have much of scouting potential with their
Yeah, they
build.
don't
Oh,
have a scout.
they have
Red
seen
Tail
Riot.
fire on the Ember again.
It's almost playing out like last match. The Ember's, correct me if I'm wrong, he's away from his group.
It was the first match.
Yeah.
That he is.
So,
Or
And
first
they're
game.
but
deciding
this
to
time
head
they're
back
not
down
pushing
Generality.
cave. They seem they want to go tunnel again. Pardon me, the valley.
I think I'm seeing a similar pattern to what I see them do in STO.
UAV activated.
They'll
What is
always have a bait.
Oh, Icarus pops a UAV and it serves him well. The Ember is right behind them.
Oh yeah.
And he has no clue that they know that he's there.
They could
guess he
use it
also
to their
doesn't know that
advantage.
you
They
can shoot down
should
UAVs.
pretend as if they're ignorant of their situation. Oh, but he shot the UAV down. Oh no, did he?
Nope, nope. UAV is still
Oh,
up.
it's still there.
You
Weird.
just shot
Keep
it
an
down.
eye
It's
on
gone.
him. But I think they're believing that he's not actually with his team.
Target
And they would
acquired.
be correct, it seems. Cart, where are the homewreckers?
The homewreckers are all holding themselves in the rear at D3. 3C3. They're
acquired.
setting up back at home base. I think they're hoping Riot will bait
Target
them
acquired.
that
UAV
direction.
Deactivated.
Oh, it seems here's Riot. He's
Taking
caught
some
their
fire.
attention now.
Well, the Beer Warriors were sort of unwittingly headed straight towards the D3 stronghold of the homewreckers, but Riot seems to have gotten their attention, and they don't know where they're going to push now, it looks like. Although they
Yeah,
are still moving towards that ridge.
Red Tail's pushing around the end of the dropship.
Here he is again.
Again,
He's
they have eyes on
he
the homewreckers.
finds
Entire
himself
team,
separated from the group once
But they're
more.
not focused on him.
Target acquired.
Now Riot is moving in to help his team. He pops the UAV.
Red Sail and Carbomb are separated from the rest of their two other teammates.
Target
Icarus is
acquired.
already pretty heavily damaged in his right torso.
The homewreckers are moving as one, trying to move around to the right.
They're
Get a
about
better
to push up
firing
on
position.
Icarus.
And they are
Icarus is
not
down to
committing
89%.
to.
Big Shade's down to 91. The other two are hardly touched.
Seems they do not want to commit
25%.
to a dropship push. And they seem to be wanting to go through the cave or
Yeah.
perhaps holding back.
Looks like they're trying to get into a more defensive position.
But again, the homewreckers have put the
New target
They
acquired.
put the
Beer
fear of
Warriors on
God into
retreat.
them. They know that, like last match, if they get engaged in a brawl, they will probably lose again. Homewreckers have quite a bit of firepower. And this Banshee is going straight for Icarus. Straight for the flame.
he knows who's damaged.
Oh, he's getting focused. Icarus should really take some cover. Surprised that I haven't seen any close to no usage of LRMs in this tournament.
I don't think it's that surprising.
We talked about that in our game. Nobody's wanting to commit to it because it's such a small engagement.
I was thinking about it in our match, Army, bringing my LRM Stormcrow, but I question how effective it might have been since
The
you guys
fact that
got all
it's-
up in our faces.
Yeah,
The fact that
same
it's
with
this map in particular.
yeah. Cart was actually thinking about bringing his Lerm Warhawk as well, but
Carbomb is a little isolated. He's getting torn up, and that Ember is not giving him an easy time. He's got an open
the
rear
flame
torso
has
and an open right leg.
stepped right out in front of that Banshee, and he's down.
And so goes down Icarus, XL engine. Be careful of XLs, folks.
That dragon. Like a giant moving barn door.
And
Ooh, Red Sail is taking fire. The CT is
Red
wide open.
The Thunderbolt for the win. Delta, it is Blackjack. He's got an open CT as well.
Red Sail
Red
takes
Sail
down
goes down,
Zyphoid,
but
but
not
then
before taking
immediately
one.
dies.
Ooh, car bomb
And
takes down
Thunderbolt
another
goes
one.
down, but not before taking Red Sail out.
Things are looking dire for the smashed Brotherhood of Beer.
They really should focus their target. Carbomb's almost dead. One more hit and he's done.
Yeah, Carbomb's CT is in bad shape.
And Derek, yep, there he
goes.
goes.
He is neutered.
Oh, and Big Shade's got
Shade
nothing
is
left.
down.
And that's
go.
game.
And that's the
Homewreckers take the match. 2 to
And
1.
the round. Well done, Homewreckers.
Good job. That's a wrap.
My guns!
That's all she
Well,
wrote.
get the end of the match screen.
What a brawl.
Let's go ahead and move on down to the meeting room and have a word with their victors, I believe.
Yep.
User left your channel. Switched. User joined your channel. User joined your channel. User
And now
joined
we
your
wait.
channel. Channel switched.
Move on up to the meeting room so that we can have a short interview with you guys over your win over the smashed Brotherhood of Randis.
Alright.
Channel switched. User joined your channel.
Be a cart.
User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Wow, great fight. Awesome
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, great games.
That was
Great
a hell
game
of
there.
a couple matches.
That was fun. Alright, I'm gonna go cook. That was a great night, y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon. Especially
Yep, thank
Wobbly
you.
Wednesday. And tomorrow. Don't
Oh,
forget
yeah.
the rest of the tournament. PGI games tomorrow.
What
Yep,
time is that?
Definitely.
It's at 7 Central.
User joined
Oh,
your
okay.
channel. User joined your channel.
Yeah, Red Sail's raging, guys. Be careful. He's on a rage train. It's not gonna stop.
Somebody needs to teach
Alright.
Red Sail not to run off on his own.
Good game,
Yeah,
folks.
true.
I ran off on my own in that second game that fucking killed us. God
Alright,
damn it.
Later, y'all.
User disconnected from your
Yeah, I
channel.
know
Yeah,
exactly that feeling when I'm in
I
my
know,
Yeah, we
Nova.
always
Ugh.
talked about that, Red Cell, how you went
Yeah,
off and,
I
on your own.
overextended myself in that second round. I was like, I've made a huge mistake.
I immediately
that was
regret my
it.
decision.
That was it. That was the end of the game. I was like, God dang it.
That last one, who was in that that fire starter?
That's Riot.
You were running circles around me. I was just like, I'm gonna take your leg out.
Right. I have a question for you. It seemed a bit odd to me that you were actually using chain fire with your medium lasers. Any specific reason that you were doing that instead of grouping them for your arms or something?
Because I have beer.
Hacks.
And that's good right there. Because beer.
Well,
We
I
are
mean,
the beer warriors
we
after all.
we were excited about the first round because we knew we had our plan. We fulfilled our plan. It went exactly the way we wanted it to. And then round 2 came along. We didn't have an idea of what we wanted to do. We came in and we were just like, okay, we'll push in, get their attention, then pull right back out.
Yeah, but that Banshee
worked for
just
a
sort of
little bit.
stomped right over you and
Yeah.
broke your
I mean,
ranks
well,
real quickly.
It worked for a little bit, and we were trying to go in between houses, and I pushed over, and I pushed a little too far over, and I got way overextended. And as soon as they did, they came in. I was like, "Oh shit! Push on me! And it just.
But it was already too late.
Well, one
It was
of
way
the
too
things
late.
we did in the second match that was different than the others is my Banshee kind of took the long way around, so you guys were fully engaged before I got there.
Yeah.
Mhm. And yeah, that second match, you guys just pushed, and we're not gonna let them get away from you. And they were having to backpedal the whole time, and
Oh yeah.
you guys were pushing, and that's how pushing works.
Yeah. I mean, it was. We had the idea like, let's keep them moving. We will never stop moving. We'll go from one position to the next position to the next position, so they can never find a consistent target. But that didn't work in the third round because we pushed out, and then we kind of were just like. When we
That
turned
third
around,
round was freaking close.
Yeah.
I was down to just a medium, down to just a large laser. If I don't know who was in the Jaeger, but
Yeah,
I until I took off that second gun, I was pretty sure we were about to lose because right before that happened, I had lost all my ACs.
Yeah, they were close matches until the tide turned, and then it just went one way or the other. All
Yeah.
three
I mean,
games.
what our plan was, like, we would go through the valley, we knew you guys would find us. We were like, all right, they'll find us. We'll turn around. They'll think we're going to go for the tunnel again. So we just went back and we sat there. And we're like, we'll just sit here and wait for them to go to the tunnel. 2 of you guys did go for the tunnel, but the other team had split off. And we're like, shit. So we just turned around and we just kind of pushed up the side. We thought we'll just come in from behind them. But it almost worked. But we were undertunned, so just
Good game.
They were good games. They were good games.
I mean, my heart was
GGs.
pumping at the end of that third one.
I know.
I mean, it was close.
Yeah, that was so close. We were in that second round. You don't understand how badly I was raging. Like I was like, why the? Oh my god! Why would I ever do that? Like, why would I ever over? It's just a mistake. It's a one mistake. Can like in a 12-man team and 12v12, mistakes. You know, you can easily get them out. In a 4v4, you overextend yourself, you're done. That's it. That's it.
Then it becomes a 3-on-4 match, and it's hard to come back from that.
Yeah, that was it from there.
Mm-hmm.
God, ugh, makes me so mad, so mad. But that's okay, man.
Drown your sorrows in beer.
I'm gonna go get some beer,
sorrows
but
in beer.
Homewreckers, that was an awesome game.
Yes, congratulations, Homewreckers. Next week you're going up against the 1st Grunwald Iron Fist Regiment, who took the Fancy Men earlier today. So you certainly have your work cut out for you.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be an
That's
interesting game.
the Canadian Pugs, right?
No, that is the team that went up against Fancy Men and legged them the whole time.
Yeah, that was an interesting game.
Protect your legs and do not skip
leg
leg
armor.
day on your mech.
Yes, leg armor indeed.
Don't skip leg day.
They did get a good comeback. The Fancy Men. They did a good comeback with their AC-20s. But wasn't enough.
Well, in the second round they did the perfect thing. They used the geometry to protect their legs, and they all stuck together. But in the third round, they decided they were going to hold the tunnel and try to. That's a perfect place to hold and protect their legs. It was great because they had all AC-20s. But then they got over angsty, and then they pushed out whenever the team hadn't found them yet, and that was the end of it because the other team had all ranged weapons. But
yeah, it ended up being a classic Gauss versus AC-20 match.
Yeah.
And at range, Gauss won.
Yeah.
We might have had a couple of AC-20s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, but you didn't have an AC-140 Lance.
No. I think we had the Boom Jaeger and AC-20 on the Blackjack, and I was running my triple AC-5s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of brawling in these matches with 4v4. There's not a whole lot of.
Brawling's just more fun. I hate it when I see LRMs on my side or the other side or any side. I like to brawl.
That brings me to a curious point because in all these matches, I have not seen a single team that brought LRMs. I was considering it.
Yeah,
myself.
I was surprised by that. I expected a lot of teams to bring LRMs.
Now, I might bring some LRMs if I see a direwolf on the other side.
I
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Well, next week the drop tonnage, drop limit is 270, so there's much heavier than 240 for 4 people.
Yeah. And it'll be on Caustic Valley, where LRMs are kind of crucial there because there's no cover for you.
So if you have radar deprivation, you might find yourself well off.
The thing about an LRM drop deck, though, is you've got to commit 1 mech to be spotter, and you've got to commit at least 2 mechs to being LRMs. And if you end up getting into a brawl, it's gonna. You have
to have some backup weapons.
Well, here's a question: Are
Speed
clan
on your
lerms?
LRMs. Don't bring Highlanders. Bring speed.
Yep.
Are clan lerms getting their minimum range removed next patch, or is it soon?
I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. If not, definitely the patch after next.
Who needs streaks?
Who needs serms?
Yeah, I believe the lerms are getting their damage back. That was one of the things on the test server, wasn't it?
I don't think it was.
It wasn't.
Or
On the
maybe
test
it
server.
isn't.
The test server was
Matchmaker.
Targeting computers and something else I forget.
Matchmaker.
The targeting computers are going to be there for the next round.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a more open map. It's going to be a hot map.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it Terratherma?
It is
I hope
Caustic
it's
Valley.
Terratherma.
It's Caustic
Valley.
Oh no, it's Caustic.
Boo!
Yeah, it's Caustic Valley 270 drop weight. So Yeah.
Plan accordingly.
Yeah, that'll be a really interesting match because I'm curious what strategies we'll see there because that totally changes everything.
That map also works towards long-range engagements a bit more than Frozen City does. Frozen City is a very small, tight map with a lot of tight cover, so brawling works well on Frozen City.
Mm-hmm.
But like on the lake side of the caldera, there's just absolutely no cover if you're caught out there.
Yeah.
None.
So we
and
only
a
have
narc will just ruin your day.
Oh man, narcs will, oof.
Oh yeah.
Harpoon the dire
You want to know the
whales.
secret to taking down a direwolf? Narc it.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
I pilot a direwolf, and it takes about 5 seconds of concentrated LRM fire for you to die with armor
Oh yeah,
everywhere other than
definitely. Yep.
So I mean,
Your torso twist rate, even with double
it doesn't
efficiency-
matter. You're just twisting the center torso to
doesn't
it.
matter.
It's that whole fucking hood.
Yep. You
The
can
center-
turn
the-
for
the left and
anything.
right
You are
torsos on it are
slow.
tiny.
You are lumbering. You're a big brute. If they focus on you, God forbid you get narked, you're dead. You're screwed. There's no recovering from it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
the improved narc module also will speed up the narcs and make them stronger too. So
The
with all
only
the
way
changes,
you could
we might be
possibly
seeing some
survive-
interesting drops next week.
Yeah,
The only way you could possibly survive being learned in a direwolf is to have the radar deprivation, and even then, you have to take cover.
So next week we only have one Fancy Man group, but round 2 will take place between Drunken Samurai and Hidden Dragon, which is a team we have not seen yet. They will face Canadian Expeditionary Force. Then we will see Team Jackie Chan versus Here Because Beer. Team Jackie Chan is another team we have not seen yet. And then we will see Home Wreckers versus First Grunwald Regiment. First Grunwald Regiment is the European team who took down Fancy Men. They use pretty interesting tactics, which really will be actually an awesome match to see. Then we have tomorrow is the match between Golden Eagle Merc Corp and Team DevHacks, which is a team from PGI, including some guys from No Guess No Galaxy. So that will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time, and the winner of that match will face Commando Orgy House. So
Which still hasn't run a 4-man Commando Death Lance, and I want to see that.
They disappoint.
Commando Orgy House is that group who came in from the elite bracket. So whoever comes in from that match to face them has their work cut out for them as well. So all of these matches will be really, really interesting to see. I've seen a lot of skill from every team. It's been a really great tournament so far.
User joined your channel.
I'm sorry to rush that last one. I had my wife get home just as both twins woke up and were screaming, and I was playing video games, and it looked really bad.
He finished the he played until he died, though.
Okay,
you rush,
gotta take
you
care
rush
of him
that
now.
game. You're like, oh, so I'm gonna kill you real quick, and then we'll leave. Like,
Just a moment, honey. Let me win first.
Zyphoid, your scouting abilities were to the max, to the point where we were ready to just wring your neck.
Riot.
Or Riot? It was Riot? Oh.
Yeah.
God dang it.
Yeah,
We
that
were
was
so,
a very, very effective harass technique.
Through all 3 matches, we knew where you guys were.
I know.
Yeah.
And that was the point, that we knew you guys were attacking us, so we're just like, we need to continue changing directions and do not maintain a direct point of movement, so that way they can't predict our movement, at least. So at least your light had to keep moving around a lot, but...
Yeah, it was frustrating. That first match, we chased you literally around the entire freaking map.
Yeah, that was the plan. It was our plan for you to chase us all through the map while we take off damage from you as we go.
Especially that that Banshee was just so slow comparatively to your Lance. That's what won you the first game, is because Riot engaged before the Banshee and the Jaeger were able to engage as well.
Yeah, and you know, we wanted to do the same thing again, but we didn't think you'd fall for it again, so we just opted not to. And
yeah, we wouldn't have done it the second time.
Yeah,
we had already decided we weren't going to do that again.
Yeah, Homewreckers were just sort of sitting in D3 behind the ridge.
Yeah, they wisened up.
Bunkering up.
Yeah. That was really great. That was some great tactics. I mean, every team we've seen so far really knows how to play. I mean, I've been really honestly surprised. Every team has had some great gameplay.
And it seems like the compositions are pretty varied.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as much trouble as we had coming up with a 240-ton drop deck, I'm amazed at some of the combinations I've been seeing.
Yeah, 2 stalkers, a commando, and a cicada.
Boom.
What?
Yeah, that was one
That
of
was
them earlier.
amazing.
That we rocked that one.
You dropped for what?
I mean, that's one of the great things about dropping a casual tournament with teams who are not necessarily
super meta, ultra tryhard.
And the other thing is when you take away weapons like PPCs, from
super ultra meta tryhard.
I mean, you take away something vital, and they have to switch up their brawls.
To be honest, Red Cell, if you had not put that PPC restriction, I would probably drop to my meta cheese dire wolf and just wreck face.
Mm-hmm.
Well, instead of seeing the cheese, I seen a lot of Goss on the other side when we were playing.
Yeah, a fair bit of Goss.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Goss.
It's a good alternative.
But to me, I see Goss is a little bit fair. I mean, if you want to play long range, you can play long range. Goss is a great weapon.
Good luck short range, though.
It has its downsides too. But a lot of the Goss builds are not as quality as a PPC build, I would say.
Well, it's a heavy gun, and it requires a lot of ammo.
A lot of skill too to use it.
Yeah,
you got to make every shot count.
Yeah, exactly.
For a PPC, you can just kind of say, here, I'm just going to throw one his way in case it hits. For the Gosh, you got to really think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Each shot that you take is one less shot for the rest of the round.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it for today, guys. Tomorrow we will continue the tournament. It will be PGI versus
Gold Eagle Mercor.
Yeah, that will be a really great game to watch. So, you guys...
I'm not putting money on PGI.
I mean, who knows? I mean, it could go either way. The other thing is you've got Bombadil there too.
No Gusto Galaxy guys, they're pretty good players. So
yeah, exactly, because they talk about MechWarrior 24/7, so they know all of the ins and outs of it. So if
they are team dev hack, so if they seem to be on the loss, they could just pull the plug on the servers and call it a mishap.
Little known fact, in the command console, there is a kill command.
Oh god.
Nuke site from orbit.
I'd love to see them just on something do that.
Kill. Kill. Wow, we're just that good.
Dev magic.
0 damage.
Kill all players.
Let's talk about round 2 for a little bit. I mean, we've got a higher tonnage, we've got a different map, a hotter map, less cover. I mean, what difference in drop decks do you think we'll see?
I want to say I'm going to see some more usage of LRMs. Well, more usage of LRMs overall, but
or ECM.
Or ECM, yeah, because since it's a more open map, less close quarters, people might run LRMs, and to counter that, they want to run ECM mechs, like a Raven 3L, or if clans are allowed Kit Fox with the C arm. C right arm. So, but again, I still think we're still going to see some good brawls, maybe in the Caldera.
Yeah.
They got to be careful in the Caldera.
There's going to be a lot more long-range engagement because there's a lot more long-range just sightlines on that map.
You think we're going to see any flamers?
We actually saw flamers today.
But yeah, I could see flamers being used.
I can bring my fire starter. It's got 3 flamers on it.
Maybe we should contact Trev with his 9 flamer hunchback.
Oh god.
No, and
just
it could be
overheat
very
them the whole
useful.
time.
He actually wrote a macro so that when it gets up to the point where it starts to get exponential heat generation for the person using it, it turns off that one and chain fires it from that point. So it's generating constant heat for the enemy, but he was staying pretty cool. It was actually it's a pretty broken macro.
No, but flamers could be very useful in the Caldera,
especially in the Caldera.
Outside the Caldera.
Well, they might be a little too situational.
Yeah. Because if a mech's running flamers, and they sure as hell have to have a secondary backup weapon,
12 Flamer
The mech that
Nova.
runs the Flamer has to be with his team, so they can coordinate and kill the
Yeah.
shutdown mech or overheating mech.
Well, we've shown today that coordination with the team is crucial. Several teams have flat out lost because they either somebody
wasted.
ran off on their own or
Overextended,
the target
or
calling was not working.
ranks broke.
Are you guys really trying to pull that into my face this whole time?
Yeah, probably.
God damn it. I already feel so bad about that. Like, as soon as I did it, I'm like, we're gonna lose this game because of me. I immediately knew. I was like, God dang it. Like,
It was at this moment Red Seal screwed up.
yeah.
And if you look carefully, you can see the moment in which he
User
breaks.
disconnected from your channel.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
The following match showed that it wasn't just Red Sail doing something bad and throwing the match. The following match was a close dang match.
Yeah,
and,
hell yeah.
That was not the first match was the Homewreckers had a mech out of place. The second match was the Beer Warriors had a mech out of place, and the third match was just a straight up brawl, and the Homewreckers came out on top.
Coordination is deadly. I say it's mild. I'd say it's one of my fatal weaknesses. Again, fuck you, Army. Yeah, no, because of my match. Like, the first thing they saw, I was watching the stream after I died, because I died pretty quickly. I heard Cart, focus Raka.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it was just you and who was in the other Timberwolf. We know that you two.
That was me.
That was
We knew that you two were going to be pretty heavy, and big and bulky. So if we can focus, get a target to focus, it would be one of you two. And Raka, you just happened to be the first one to come over that hill. Oh look, there's Raka.
Yep. No, but in the second match, as Red Tail says, I think we're gonna see some long range action here.
Yeah, Gauss will certainly be very, very popular,
prominent.
especially on a hotter map.
Yeah, you're going to be looking at people trying to avoid at all costs the hot builds, that or relying heavily on cool shots.
Yep.
You can see some pretty hot builds just going in and wrecking face because they're just popping cool shots like mad.
Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. You guys have a great time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks,
Definitely.
Red
I'm out
Sail,
too.
for
Night,
putting
guys.
this on. It's been
Night.
a great
No
time.
problem.
Yeah, see you guys.
I'm gonna jump
See ya.
to speak. Thanks
I
for
think
games.
that'll be it
User
for the Beer
disconnected from
Warrior
your channel.
stream.
User disconnected from your channel.
So I'll see you
All
guys
right.
tomorrow.
See ya.